Distrokid has a serious problem right now, and no, it's not the fact that they pay out late almost every single time. It's their horrible customer service, and in fact, it's just getting worse. The longer I worked on this video, the more I uncovered and the more concerned I became. Distrokid is a service that distributes music for artists to platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Tidal, and many more. They are one of the most popular distribution services because they charge as low as $20 a year for unlimited uploads to all of these services. You essentially need a service like this to upload to platforms like Spotify. Now obviously this is a double-edged sword. You get an unlimited amount of music uploads per year, but you get some of the worst customer service on the planet. The only instance I've had worse customer support was when I had the option to pay $3 to jump to the front of the support queue while buying a Palworld game server. I hope this isn't giving you any ideas, Distrokid. Please do not do this. I'm almost sure it's illegal. It's nearly impossible to get a hold of someone when something goes wrong, which it will very often using their platform. I've had songs put under the wrong name even though I specified the right artist profile. I've had songs not labeled with the proper remixer. I've had questions about late payments. When you go to their website to get support, they lead you to an FAQ section for frequently asked questions. Then if that doesn't work, they connect you to an automated customer support agent, apparently anything to keep you from talking to an actual person. The response time once you get a hold of someone is at least 2 to 7 days. Now don't get me wrong, I know this sort of FAQ to automated response thing is normal for websites these days, but for the largest music distributor in the world, this is bad. Now, because of the fact they charge so little in order to upload on their platform, I'm guessing they don't have enough customer support staff, or it is run by an actual child, hence the name Distrokid. These issues happen so often, in fact, that they have made tools on their website in order to correct them without talking to an actual person. Spotify has been in collusion with major labels for a very long time. Whether it's them owning shares in Spotify, Spotify paying them yearly advances to keep their music on the platform, or them helping shape editorial content. You think all those playlists changed their profile picture to Drake during his album release because they like him so much? That says fresh gospel, by the way. But lately, to implement a bunch of serious changes. Aside from paying artists $0 if their track doesn't get 1,000 plays within a year, they've implemented a change where they will charge distributors €10 if a track is determined to have over 90% artificial plays, which is already a weird change because apparently it's fine if you get 89% artificial plays, but 90% is where they draw the limit. Now, the way Distrokid handles this is one of the biggest issues I've run into lately. In true Distrokid fashion, literally the only thing they give you is a pop-up on their website that one time you log in, that you never see again. This pop-up will say this song was removed because of artificial plays and that you should not pay for promotion from people because generally people who charge for promotion are just botting your song or doing something suspicious in order to boost the play count. They don't send you an email about it. They don't update your release on the website with any information about it. It is the true definition of not giving a f. When Spotify originally announced this change, the founder of Distrokid pushed back against it. They've been paraphrased on Billboard as saying, "We can't determine if a new client is going to hire a marketing service that's going to bot streams until they've done it. It's like you can't determine if your neighbor is going to commit a crime." Now, I'm not sure why this is happening, but Distrokid is aggressively enforcing this artificial play rule much harder than any other service. In fact, I haven't seen any other service doing so. Many people have claimed that their tracks aren't even artificially boosted. So what is this pop-up here? We will have to make some educated guesses. Now, either Spotify is notifying Distrokid about these artificially boosted plays, and Distrokid is eating the cost of these songs, or they have implemented some sort of system on Distrokid to catch these songs before Spotify does. The pop-up they send does say that Spotify detected an abnormal play count, but I don't know why I'm having a hard time believing that. One reason I wanted to talk about this is because some of my own songs were removed for this and I did not bot them. I already know what you're saying. Say it ain't so, Weaver. I thought you were a stand-up guy. I swear I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I'm being framed. I'm being framed for murder. Weirdly, this happened to 3 songs of mine all at the same time, like over 15,000 plays each in the span of 24 hours. I noticed an abnormal amount of plays on my Spotify for Artist page on all 3 songs simultaneously. I was being hopeful that maybe they were placed in a huge playlist, but I had my doubts, especially due to the velocity at which it was happening. I don't know why somebody would bot my songs unless the purpose was to get them removed. Either way, I literally don't know because Distrokid didn't tell me anything. This is happening to other creators also that are swearing they have done nothing of the such. I've seen Curtis King talk about it, Kyle Beats, which I mean, these are both large creators with organic, loyal followers, I'm inclined to believe that they do not have songs with 100% fake plays. There are also quite a few people on forums saying that the same thing happened to them, and they swear up and down that they did not pay for artificial plays or do anything suspicious. Now, just from a logic perspective alone, you have to ask yourself, why would so many people be volunteering this information up freely? If these people were botting their songs, why would they be going around telling everyone about it? That seems like the sort of thing you'd want to keep secret. Now, obviously, this doesn't prove that anyone is innocent, but it should make you wonder a little bit. When Distrokid removes a song, they remove the play count and they remove it from the platform, and they tell you, just don't be a bad boy, and you can upload your song again. Okay, but then why is it after you re-upload your song, sometimes you receive a strike again immediately, even though it's not getting any plays? Is it because this is somehow a Distrokid issue? It should be obvious at this point. Yes. So I started looking online for more information about this, and I found something rather interesting. I saw a user-posted article on medium.com that got my noggin jogging that is warning artists about a Spotify Distrokid scandal. As it says here, imagine finding your track unbeknownst to you on bot-infested playlists, many of which trace back to Distrokid. So I started looking on the internet for information about Distrokid and botted playlists. I found a bunch of Reddit posts on the Distrokid subreddit and a video from a smaller channel talking about how when you put your songs in Distrokid's Wheel of Playlists feature, there's a high chance it will end up in a botted playlist. Distrokid's Wheel of Playlists is a feature they have on their website where you essentially spin a wheel picking a random number. It will put you at that number in their playlist until somebody else spins that number and then you get knocked off of it. In order to take part in this, they make you follow a bunch of accounts. It's really spammy. It's generally kind of because you get knocked out of the place immediately. Wouldn't it be really weird if that song that I put in the Wheel of Playlist was a song that got botted? That'd be really weird, right? There's no way that could have happened. Now, I can't say for sure at this point because once my song got removed, I got no information from Distrokid, and then on the Spotify for Artists page, it was removed there completely as if it never existed. Now, apparently, when you get added to this playlist, there is some service named waiver.ai. I know, similar name, shut up, I have no part in this. It's not, I didn't do it, okay? I didn't do it. I know what you're thinking, right? Stop it. No. They are a promo service that tells you they will get you plays, but it's all botted, obviously, just like most of these promotion services are. I mean, if you weren't sure, it was suspicious. I mean, it says playlist hijacking on their website. Now, apparently this service is going through the Distrokid Wheel of playlist and adding songs to their playlists, which will be botted. Now, the goal of waiver.ai in doing this is that when they add your song to their playlist, and if it gets enough plays, it'll say on your page, discovered on blank. And in this case, it'd be waiver.ai, whatever their playlist name is. Now, they're hoping to use this for free advertising, whether it's for the people who they add to the playlist or people who happen to come across it on your page. Now, some of you might be like, hey, that Distrokid, that seems like a really bad idea to put all of your clients' information out there on this Wheel of playlist, because you might be opening them up to a scheme like this. Yeah, I'm one of those people that thinks that. Now, I've heard a variety of things about what happens when you reach out to Distrokid or Spotify about this. Some people saying that since they reported to them, they will not be banned. But in my case, I was banned, and I'm not sure when I'm going to hear back from them. I'll let you know in a week, I guess. So clearly, Distrokid knows about this issue, and there's a huge vulnerability in this Wheel of Playlist feature that they have, yet they are doing nothing about it. Yeah, those nail clippers being sold right next to the customer support section, it's starting to hurt a little more now when I see that. Now, believe it or not, this is not the only vulnerability they may open you up to on their platform. They actually have a service you can pay for, and they give you a bunch of playlisters' information. That'd be crazy if some of those playlists were artificially boosted, right? That'd just be crazy. Now, you cannot remove yourself from these playlists, but it might be possible for Spotify and Distrokid to remove you from them. I've heard a variety of things, some people saying they can, some people saying they can't. Either way, this reveals an extreme vulnerability in Spotify's new changes, as well as Distrokid's enforcement in them, as well as their stupid gimmicks that they have on their website. They're both making extremely poor decisions and being willfully ignorant to the repercussions of them. Due to this change, people have no control over what happens to their songs anymore. Spotify and Distrokid have given people literally zero recourse. I do have one theory that is really cynical, and I'm not even completely sure that I believe in it, but I'll tell it to you anyway. So it is a fact that Spotify is in bed with major labels, that is proven. And this change does not affect major labels anywhere near as much. Major labels have been caught stream farming in the past, and major labels have much more promo power to make sure they do not have more than 90% artificial plays. While independent artists are the ones using platforms such as Distrokid, TuneCore, CD Baby, or whoever else to upload their music. So I think you might see what I'm getting at here. I think they purposely set it up this way to hurt smaller artists and to have more larger artists getting more money. Now, there are definitely solutions much more fitting for this problem. I think Spotify should handle it like YouTube does and just remove the plays they believe to be fake. I mean, clearly they are able to tell it is happening and for some reason want to charge distributors. That would fix the issue and it would remove the problem of people getting set up for this sort of thing. If I'm being honest though, I think Spotify is doing this to make more money. Spotify has not made money for the most part ever since its inception, so any way they can get money is a win for them. One thing is for sure, Distrokid is not handling this correctly either. They are literally only notifying you one time about this happening. They are not sending you an email. They have not sent out an email about them changing this, and they have not made a blog post on their website. But at the very least, Distrokid has to provide a lot more information about removing people's songs or these changes in general and what they're going to do when people frame other people for this sort of thing. They have all these dumb, useless tools on their website, including creating a fake billboard for your song. You can buy nail clippers from them. You can get free Spotify canvases made from them, but they're not going to tell you about an important change like this. They're not going to send out emails for it. That's an issue. They can't set up a system that will give you more information about something like this. There's no way to dispute it. Anyways, I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this. Has this happened to anyone else here? Are you being set up for botted plays? Have you or someone you love had their plays artificially boosted on Spotify by a third party? Contact the law office of Weaver today. I'll fight for you, Albuquerque. If you want to support what I do on this channel, consider becoming a channel member or joining my Patreon. You get perks. I'll see you guys next time.